Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another day of our Summer Reading Club programming, and today we have a really fun activity planned for you guys. What we're going to be doing is a little bit of an experiment here to see how water can travel from one cup to another using only a string. Isn't that cool? All right, so what you want to do to get ready for this experiment is you will want some string. Any string works. I'm using a white string today just because it's a little bit easier to see the water traveling through it. You will want your 2 cups. I'm also just using styrofoam cups, but honestly any cups work. Some food coloring just for the water because it makes it a little bit easier to see it traveling through the string. Some scissors to cut your string, some tape, and I also have a little bit of a cloth down on my table just in case it spills all over the place because it can get quite messy. So, to begin our experiment today, what you'll need to do is grab both of your cups and you want to fill one with water, probably just up to about here. And once it is full of water, you will then want to grab your food coloring and put 1 or 2 drops in with your water. And I just have blue food coloring today. That way you can see the water a lot easier. Okay, so next what I want you to do is to grab your string, and it doesn't have to be too long. Mine isn't even a full arm's length long. And then just cut it right here. That way you should have enough for this end to go at the bottom of your empty cup, and this one to just go on the side of your full cup. So, I'm just going to want to grab some tape, and then that will go on one of the ends of my string here, just like so. And this will go to as close to the bottom of your cup as you can get. I know some cups are thinner and thicker than others, a little more space, so it can be hard sometimes. But just like that, that way if you pull on the string, it won't come out. Now, what I want you to do with this other end is just put it along the top of your cup here, just so it's just dipping the water. And then what you want to do is pour it, just like so. Isn't that interesting? Do you see how the water isn't traveling across the string and it's just dripping down? That is because of something called adhesion and cohesion. Now, cohesion, what that is the water molecules themselves, they are attracted to one another, meaning that one water molecule wants to stay with another water molecule. Now, adhesion, what that is basically the water molecules are attracted to the molecules within an object. So in this case, it would be the string. But if you saw in what we just did, somehow the water still didn't make it all the way across from this side of the string to this side. And that's because the string itself wasn't wet. It was dry, meaning that the force of gravity was stronger than the attraction of the water to the string, because it only had adhesion, not cohesion, the attraction of the water to other water molecules. So what this means is that if we grab our string again and we just dip it all the way in our water here, making sure it's actually really nice and wet, now the water molecules are all over the string, meaning that ideally when you put this into the cup, the water should travel really nicely from one side to the other. And again, just repeating our steps. Put the tape down and as close to the bottom of your cup as you can get, and then so you pull it and it doesn't come out. There we go. And then again, just dip your string just a little bit on the side, and then you hold it down with your finger, making sure it's nice and straight. And then what you want to do is just like this, make sure it's at a good enough height so that it travels. And then try it like this. And you see now how the water is actually traveling across the string into the other cup? That proves our point with adhesion and cohesion. Isn't that really, really neat? There you go. And then after a little bit, you start to see that your once empty cup has the water in it, and then your once full cup will be empty because all the water traveled from the one to the other. So, a few ways that you can kind of adjust this experiment, completely up to you. You can see if different kinds of string have that same effect, which in my experience, I did it with both this string and some ribbon, and they both worked well, as long as they were wet, remember. You can try it with different kinds of cups. You can try it also with different kinds of liquid. That one I haven't tried, and I'd be interested to see if it works, whether you do it with milk or coffee or soda, and see if they have the same effect. But that'll be everything for today's experiment. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I know it was something different today, but I had a ton of fun. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all soon. Have a good one, everyone.